Chicago's got over 200 suburbs, and with so many options, most people end up picking the wrong one, then they regret it for years. And after years of selling homes here, I've noticed a clear pattern, is that every single suburb actually falls into just 4 categories. If you miss your category, you either overpay, hit your commute, or compromise on your kids' education. But if you nail it, that's when you get the suburban lifestyle everyone dreams about. And get this, just give me less than 20 minutes and I'll show you exactly how to match your lifestyle to the right Chicago suburbs. One of the biggest fears about living in the suburbs is getting stuck in traffic for 2 hours a day. But here's the good news, is that you don't have to, as long as you pick the right area. And after helping dozens of downtown workers make the move here, I've seen it happening over and over again. The difference between a smooth 30-minute express train ride and a 90-minute traffic nightmare comes down to just 3 suburbs. These aren't random picks either. They're the only ones that give you more than one train option, steady schedules, and the chance to work or relax on the ride instead of gripping the steering wheel in rush hour. Starting with Elmhurst, this town has cracked the commute code with its Union Pacific West line. You get a 30-minute express train straight to downtown Chicago, and not 45 minutes, not an hour with delays, 30 minutes of reliable service with plenty of departures during rush hour. The median commute time here is less than 30 minutes door to downtown, and those express trains run all the time, so you don't have to plan your whole day around one schedule. And while we're talking commute times, keep this in mind. There's a spot coming up that offers top tier schools without the high price tag and still keeps your commute easy. But back to Elmhurst. Here's something most commuters don't know, is that parking at the station is way better than in most suburbs. You don't have to show up an hour early to find a spot, and the rates are pretty fair. And the station is surrounded by a real city center vibe. Shops, restaurants, and places you can walk to before or after work. And speaking of commutes, Hinsdale takes it to another level. This suburb has something special: 3 metro stations. That's 3 ways to get downtown. You've got the 30 to 35 minute BNSF line commute, and the trains are comfortable, the stations are well kept, and you're riding with other professionals who've moved here for the same reasons you're thinking about. The BNSF line is also one of the most reliable in the whole metro system. When they say 35 minutes, they mean 35 minutes, and with 3 stations in town, chances are you'll have one close to the home that you pick. But if you guys don't know who I am, I'm Blankenship, a Chicagoland realtor helping people just like you move in and around the Chicago suburbs, and I want to be your real estate resource of choice when the time comes, whether it be next week or next year. You can find our email in the description down below or hit the link down there so we can get in touch. Also, if you enjoyed this content, hit the like and don't forget to subscribe for weekly videos. Alright, Downers Grove is our 3rd commuter paradise, and it also has 3 BNSF line stations. Commute time is about 35 minutes-ish, and the real perk here is flexibility. Depending on your schedule or where you live in town, you can catch the train at 3 different stations. That flexibility is gold when Chicago winters hit or your plans change. Plus, the downtown around the station is super walkable. You've got coffee shops, restaurants, and even a place to grab dinner while you're waiting on the train. One thing all 3 suburbs have in common is that they've built their downtowns around the train stations. So you're not just commuting from these places, you're living near walkable areas full of shops, food, and services. And here's the big deal about living close to the city. You get Chicago access without Chicago prices. Property taxes are fair, parking is free, and homes have more space. And when you want downtown dining or entertainment, the train gets you there fast. Now, saving 15 minutes each way sounds good. Wait until you see what the next suburbs offer families who care about schools and community. The park events and education options here are on another level. If you're looking for some of the top ranked school districts that you'll find online, like niche.com, these suburbs would be at the top of your list. We're talking about some of the top public school districts in the entire country. With great academics and amazing community resources, parents tell me all the time that they wish they had known of sooner how much the school districts affected everything about where they chose to move their families. The towns with the best schools usually have the best family environments, and the activities are better. And the families you meet might share the same values as you, and Naperville leads this list, and the numbers show why families love it. District 203 and 204 rank number 10 and 11 in Illinois, and that puts your kids in the top 1% for education in the state. But the schools are only the start of what Naperville gives families. This town has 140 parks, and think about that, 140 different places to play, explore, and meet other individuals and families, and the Riverwalk gives you miles of walking and biking paths right through the center of town. Centennial Beach feels feels like having a resort in your own backyard. And hold on to that thought, because later I'll show you a way to get these same Naperville schools without paying Naperville prices. Naperville's community events are incredible. The last Fling Festival ends the summer with rides, food, and live music. And I've got to bring Hinsdale back because beyond being a commuter's paradise, it also takes the family experience to a whole different level. A big part of that is the school district here. District 86 ranks number 5 in Illinois, and this is elite level education. About 8% of adults here have a bachelor's degree, and you're surrounded by families who care about education, community, and long-term planning. Downtown Hinsdale is on the National Historic Register, and your family won't live in a cookie-cutter suburb. You'll be a part of a place with history, character, and beauty. The tree-lined streets, older neighborhoods, and well-kept homes show how much people here value the community. And here's something really special about this place is that the property tax rate is 1.7% and the lowest among luxury suburbs. You get top schools and services without sky-high taxes, and nearly 90% of homes here are owner-occupied, which tells about a community building here, and some families and individuals that want the same strong schools, but in a similar, more close-knit setting. That's where Glen Ellen shines and where I am raised my whole life. District 87 ranks number 20 in the state, and you still get an excellent education, but in a smaller community. The historic downtown feels charming and walkable, and your kids can bike to the ice cream shop, and the owners know them by name. The community here feels strong, and the downtown festivals create memories your kids and you guys will never forget. Homes here cost less than in Hinsdale, but still give you great school options that you'll find online. And what ties all of these family havens together is the way the community supports families. The restaurants welcome kids, businesses sponsor youth sports, and the libraries are top notch. Here, you're joining a place built for family life, but here's the surprising part about paying for top schools. One of these suburbs gives you the same top-rated schools for about $400,000 less than the others. And that takes us to the luxury buyers who want the very best suburban living, no matter the cost. And if you dreamed about owning a stunning Tudor or Georgian estate on a perfect lot, you're going to love what's next. But at the end of the day, you guys, just keep in mind when it comes to schools, I highly suggest doing your own research. A lot of my clients will go onto websites, look at niche.com, and also call the schools to find out which one fits perfectly for you and your family. But now, if money isn't really your main concern and you want the best suburban living, only 2 suburbs really make the list. These places have perfected luxury living in ways you almost have to see to believe. And this isn't the kind of pricey that's just for show. Every detail here is intentional. The architecture matters. The community standards create an atmosphere you can't copy anywhere else. And we've already talked a lot about Hinsdale, but in this category, it's truly the clear leader when it comes to the Chicago western suburbs. The median household income is over $250,000, and nearly 90% of homes are owner-occupied. That means your neighbors settle in here to stay, and the National Historic Register downtown is the real deal. These are Tudor, Georgian, and colonial estates that have been cared for and valued for decades. Buying here means owning a piece of history. Large lots, mature trees, and landscaping that's been perfected over generations. And if Hinsdale's price tag feels out of reach, don't worry, later you'll see how young professionals can enjoy many of the same lifestyle perks for less than half the housing cost. Here's what makes Hinsdale's luxury different. Entry-level homes typically start around $1 million, and top-tier properties go past the $3 million price tag. These prices aren't inflated, they come from real demand and limited supply. Like we saw before, the schools are ranked number 5 in the state, preparing kids for the top colleges in the nation. The community offers golf courses, country clubs, and cultural groups, and buying here means being a part of a community built around excellence in both schools as well as lifestyle. But right next door, Clarendon Hills delivers the same prestige in a smaller, more personal setting in my opinion. The median income is right around $125,000, and it shares the same top-rated school system as Hinsdale. You get the education and community standards without the feel of being in a bigger town, and this is perfect for families who want to know their neighbors but still enjoy the privacy. You'll see the same architectural quality, mature landscaping, and pride of ownership, just in a smaller, more intimate package. And both suburbs have one thing in common: people choose them on purpose. Families and individuals could live anywhere in the Chicagoland area, and they picked Hinsdale or Clarendon Hills because of the schools, the beauty, the standards, and the lasting value. Luxury buyers need to know this: the best homes here move fast when priced right. A lot of professionals relocating to Chicago keep the demand strong, and the biggest mistake buyers make is thinking luxury means slow sales and room to negotiate. In Hinsdale and Clarendon Hills, top properties often get multiple offers, and you have to be ready to act quickly, know the market, and work with someone who understands these communities inside and out. If those prices are not what you're looking for, stick with me here, because next I'll show you 3 suburbs that deliver almost the same luxury and school quality for about half the cost. These hidden gems will truly surprise you. What if you get 80% of the luxury and schools for 50% of the price? These suburbs prove it's possible, and I'm about to show you how to find the value most buyers miss. In the Chicago suburbs, value isn't about the most affordable home, it's about the sweet spot where your money delivers the most lifestyle, education, and community benefits for your family. These towns have figured out how to give you premium amenities without the premium price. Lombard is a standout. The median price is about $380,000, and here's the big win, is that you get Lombard schools. That's the same top 25 ranked school system serving much more pricier suburbs. Your kids get the opportunity for the same education and resources, but your housing costs are 75% lower. The commute is easy, with quick access to downtown Chicago, and Lombard's downtown has that charming small town feel with local restaurants and shops, and honestly, they've been doing some great things over there. The parks and recreation programs rival those in pricier areas, and you're not giving up lifestyle, you're just spending smarter. And wait until you see the place coming up that lets you save on housing and maybe skip the commute altogether, thanks to major employers right in town. And here's an insider detail about Lombard that most agents don't mention, is that some parts of town give you access to more than one school district. And when I say that, is that you get Lombard South and Glen Ellen schools. You can choose the schools that fit your kids best, a flexibility usually found in far more expensive suburbs. Downers Grove offers value differently. The median home price is just over $490,000, and you still get A+ District 99 schools that you find on niche.com. 3 train stations for commuter flexibility, and a busy downtown that feels like its own little city. Main Street in Downers Grove is a real draw. Local restaurants, boutique shops, and community festivals bring people here together. You can walk to dinner, browse shops, and enjoy events all in one place. In most suburbs, this level of walkability costs a lot more. Property values here are up 6.2% year over year, and experts expect 3 to 5% growth through the next year. So your investment grows while you still enjoy the lifestyle. Then we get to Lisle, which has one of the most interesting subs in the whole category. The median home price is right around $400,000, but here's the special part, is some areas are zoned for the Naperville school districts for District 203. You can get a District 203's top ranked education at a fraction of Naperville's cost. For families who want Naperville schools, this is a game changer. Your kids can attend the same schools as Naperville students, join the same programs, and get the same college prep support, but you spend far less on housing. Lisle also gives you the Morton Arboretum right next door, miles of trails, educational programs, and seasonal events that makes it feel like you have a national park in your backyard. In other towns, this kind of amenity would mean higher property taxes, and what ties Lombard, Downers Grove, and Lisle together is smart planning. They deliver top-rated schools, easy commutes, and family-friendly amenities without the price tag of luxury suburbs. You get the life you want without overspending. And here's what value-focused buyers should know about these towns, is that these towns are gaining attention fast. That means prices will probably keep climbing. And there you have it. Whether you're prioritizing commute times, schools, luxury value, or modern lifestyle, you now know exactly which Chicago suburbs deserve your attention. And remember, the Chicago suburban market is gaining recognition fast. Property values are rising, inventory is limited in the luxury markets, and competition for the best properties are always increasing. So if you're thinking about buying or selling in the Chicago suburbs, whether it be next week or next year, I would love to serve you. Just head to the comments and check out the link in the pinned comments below. You can fill out that form to get connected to me, or shoot me an email that you'll find below in the description. And before you go, check out the video on the screen now. It's about the biggest myths people still believe about the Chicago suburbs. You might be shocked by what most people get wrong, and if you like learning in which suburbs match your lifestyle, this next video will change the way you think about suburban value and culture. Click here to keep your Chicago suburbs journey going, and let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys on the next video.